Digital. I'm a business strategy consultant. I'm here today with two of my colleagues, another Conor Normal, and Colin Wilkinson. And today we're going to be giving each our own perspective on working at the intersection of business, design, and technology. I'm talking about how you can balance these things and really work at the intersection. You can drive real value for your business. And also talk about some of the challenges and realities of working at that intersection. So I'm going to kick off with cross-functional teams. Cross-functional teams can mean lots of different things to lots of different people. So I like to describe the type of cross-functional team that can have real transformative effects on a business and some of the foundational things that they can do to be successful. Cross-functional working is very much associated with business transformation. I think it would be hard to find a company that's not having some sort of business transformation program. And that can mean anything from they've got agile development to design thinking, they've moved to the cloud. But really transformation should be more about the outcomes, that you have better customer experience, that you've got better time to market, you've realized those efficiencies. I think for a lot of companies, it's the drivers can be fear-based. It's like everyone else is doing it, we need to transform or die. How can we stay relevant with all this change and technology out there? Our startups and the fintechs are going to eat our lunch, we have to do something. And as a result of that, the business impact has been very much off target. Wipro recently did a poll of over 400 multinationals in the US to the senior execs, and the results were that 50% of transformation initiatives are not meeting their objectives, and 20 are considered a complete waste of money. So, not very positive. There's also lots of reasons given for why it fails, and around lack of focus, lack of consensus. So, cross-functional working is obviously not doing its job. The lack of ability to get things done, and leadership cannot make it stick. And if you go behind this again and say, why is there a lack of focus? Why is there a lack of consensus? What we see time and again in all the companies we would talk to is that they would say, oh yeah, we're 2 or 3 years into a transformation program, but a lot of the investments continue to be made in a siloed fashion. So yes, they've got agile development teams, but those teams take the designs from a completely separate strategic design team. And in turn, the reason for doing the whole thing in the first place is done by a business team that's completely separate. This is not cross-functional working. And I know you might say, oh, the agile team has a product owner, it has a designer to manage the handover. Once you're into managing handovers, you lose a lot of value and you lose the synergies that's supposed to exist between these three things. If these three things are all separate, what you're going to have is a different view on why we're doing it in the first place, what we're trying to achieve, and then ultimately, what is our capability in delivering it. So if all these three things are working together, it should be more like this. You would have a business, a design, and a technology team are all working in unison on a common goal, and that common goal should be a specific customer journey. And they should have full ownership and autonomy for that customer journey. And that's different from an agile team having ownership of the delivery of the customer journey. This team should have ownership for the business impact of the customer journey, the revenue, cutting costs. It should also have ownership of the customer experience and the design, and then finally also for the delivery and the technology that goes into it. And when you have all these skill sets together, working in unison, then they can really come together and understand their capability to have maximum impact.